Quick sound check before we get underway. Yeah, it's okay. That's a little loud. I might have to turn that down a little bit for once. Hoo 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 hoo. That's a good thing. Hold on one second. Let me see here. Okay, I can't do it in this menu. You're going to see my screen blank out here for a second. Give me one little bit. Okay, I can't do it in this menu. You're going to see my screen blank out here for a second. Give me one little bit. Let's go to microphone. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, you're a little loud. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. That should be okay. Because I can be a little loud. Well, hold on. Let's try this. Maybe try that? Should be good. There. All right. Now that my kitty cat is yelling at me like crazy, let me get my checklist up and we can get on the way here. Going to be doing a bunch of side questing today, so it should be a pretty decent run. Anyways, welcome to the stream. This is part 18 of the Elden Ring run through, and my cat is trying to climb up on my headset. Terry says hello. He's a feisty little orange boy. We like it when that happens. If you are brand new to the channel and what we are doing, we are currently raising some funds for my wife so that way she can experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get out and perform with her choir, the Morris Park Singers, so she can perform at Carnegie Hall in New York. Carnegie friggin' Hall. Pretty sweet and historic place. It's pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's pretty exclusive when it comes to people that can perform there. So they invite them out. They're going to be performing out there in January. However, they don't get any financial backing from the people that want them to perform out there. So it makes it a little difficult for the folks individually on that individual level to raise the funds themselves, get out there and get back. And that's where I come in. I am doing these walkthroughs. And also, if you check the GoFundMe page, I have one other little bonus in there that you might be interested in checking out. Just a matter of after you donate, you send me a message and we can get to brainstorming on what you would like. You can read more about that on GoFundMe. But the big part is just making sure that my wife can escape. I mean, that she can go to Carnegie Hall and perform. Look, she has to get out of the house from all three boys every once in a while. But the fact that this is as big of an opportunity as it is to get out and let her do what she is just naturally good at doing, which is singing, that's an extra bonus. Oh, I'm getting a text message. Hold on. There we go. It's funny because we are doing the fundraiser for my wife. Well, yesterday we had a benefit for an uncle of mine who passed back in March. And man, that was something else to get all together and get his equipment up and have him perform. We're talking about my dad now. He ended up booking the Bram Brewing Company, which is a coffee house. It is an extremely nice coffee house, by the way, and their coffee is pretty top notch. Have not had that good a cup of coffee in a long time. But anyway, he ended up having his fundraiser for Uncle Lyndon, and we had it's a small venue, but we ended up having probably around 30, 35 people or something like that. And between 35 people, we still ended up raising over $1,000 for the National Kidney Foundation and for the Parkinson's Foundation. So those numbers for 30 plus people is not only extremely awesome, but I just want to give them a shout out for being so generous and being so welcoming and having a good time. It ended up being really great, and obviously, I'm kind of biased when I go to say this, but Dad did an absolutely bang up job when it came to performing a good, solid 2-hour set. A lot of singing along. We had dancers. We even had lighter wavers. But all that in memory of Uncle Lyndon, man, still miss him. My aunt gifted me a picture, though, of him in his Marine uniform when he was home on leave, it looks like. And he has taken its rightful place right on the stand that I sit next to every night. So I get to pester him at least one way or another. So, yeah, that ended up being really cool. We are now on the way to do some side questing. And we are going to the 3 towers behind the manor here. So that one you don't get into until later, but as we go along here, that's the tower we want to go to. Like I said, I know, thanks to your guys' generosity, she has been able to purchase a ticket already, round trip to New York. So thank you very much. I don't even know what to say to that because this campaign has been relatively new in its conception, and all I do is play video games for you guys right now. But like I said, on the GoFundMe page, there is one more option that you can take if you so desire. I'll let you read up on that. Go into the page. Now we're going to come up here. Hey, you look familiar.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
No particular reason.
No reason in particular, thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Rani. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest?
Well, I will serve you.
I see. A choice well made. Thou art a rare sword. Not many would have accepted the offer, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee.
Now, if you notice, your Site of Grace icon up beneath the green bar has been X'd out, which means you cannot transport anywhere.
Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe.
Oh, I'm familiar.
I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service after all.
Oh, that's doable. Now, a couple of those names sound familiar to you. That's because they are. One of them being E.G., which is the big giant blacksmith that we talked to on the way up to Carrion Manor. Blythe, which is the wolf we helped out at the beginning of the walkthrough. And Selvis is the only one that is unfamiliar to any of you. Let's go talk to all three of them. Or, at least their projections.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Rani has explained everything. Again, I am E.G., the Carrion royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success.
Thanks, big giant man.
My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Rani, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Rani.
All right, I can do that, sir. All right, next up, down another flight. Oh, he looks familiar. It's Blythe.
Long time, friend. Blythe. Have you forgotten? Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Rani. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below through the well and see if I can't. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay, don't keep him waiting. Anyway, there's one more. This bitch.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Selvis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you. I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit, should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Rani. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady?
I hate that dude. So much I hate that dude. Anyway, when you're all done, come back up here. And we're going to go talk to Rani again. There we go. Hey, sup?
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I have high look for.
Okay, yeah, we heard her say that in the first one. So let's go back and let's check with our sorcerer buddy at the round table hold, Rogier. Hello, sir.
Ah, hello. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Rani. One of the children born to King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Ronala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long.
That is doable. That's completely doable.
Maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
Why am I scary? Look at this lady. Hold on. How is she? Well, okay, yeah, I get it. The eyes. But still, she is not scary. At least not on purpose. There we go. He looks like he's getting kind of tired. I think if you reload the area after this, you can actually see him fall asleep. Like, yeah, he ain't doing too good. Damn shame. Anyway, need to go back here because your Wolfie boy told you, hey, I'm going to be back down here. I'm going to be checking out roads to try and get to Nokron. So let's go check him out and see what he's up to. Maybe beat up on a couple of moose people on their way over. What the? Really? You can knock that off.
Good to see you. Apologies, mate, but I don't have much to report. I can see bloody Nokron right above me, but I'm absolutely stumped. I've tried all the gateways, to no avail. Perhaps it's time to ask Celevis. I recall that spiteful little rat acting like he knew something. Let's give him a squeeze. Show him just how sharp my teeth are.
Sorry, had to move the table here really quick. I had stuff that was in the way that I could not see what my inventory was doing. Okay, so he says he has no clue, and we got to go back to Celevis. Easy enough to do. You just get out here. And kind of point yourself east, southeast a little bit. Come down here, you'll see that top of the tree. You can fall. And that'll take you right over to Celavis's tower.
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you?
I will accept the task.
Good, good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon.
So this guy is a dick, and that potion basically turns her into a lifeless husk. And he ends up using her to create a new puppet. And puppets are just like ash spirit guardians, like Ingball here. So, not cool. I said I would accept the task. I didn't say I would complete it the way he wanted to. As a matter of fact, there is another being that you can give that potion to. And it might actually be a better ask at that point. So anyway, you got his potion. Talk to him one more time, though.
I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? I have enough on my plate. Well, you're asking me about that, are you? The task was left to you and the mongrel, was it not? Not only are you incompetent, but shameless to boot. Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selin in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled from the academy. I asked her to look into the matter some time ago. I'll write you a letter of introduction. Go ask her.
And now you have Selvius's introduction, or Celavis, excuse me. A couple things we can do in the area before we do that, though. I'm going to go raid your tower, boy. Okay, nothing behind us on that one. Up the tower, and don't forget to pick up Memory Stone. Yet another spell slot for us. Keep in mind, later spells and incantations and stuff like that will usually, well, some of the really good ones will end up costing you around 2 slots. I don't remember if there's any 3 slotters, but I definitely remember there being a bunch of 2 slotters. So the more space you have, the better. Okay, next up, there's an item that I'm kind of pointing at there. See where the edge of my sword is? You can pick that up, and that'll be an armor piece. Easiest way to get down there. I think I'll just thread the needle on this rooftop, run over, and pick it up. Well, that looks an awful bit familiar. Black Wolf Mask, a mask fashioned after the head of a black wolf. Relic of an assassin who assumed the guise of Rani the Witch's loyal shadow. The likeness is striking. Make of that what you will. Anyway, we go back down since we got the introduction for Selvius, and we go talk to Selin. Welcome back to the Waypoint Ruins.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
I don't remember if I got all your sorceries or not. Excuse me. Nope, I didn't get that. I didn't get you. Or you. Ooh, hold on a second. There we go. And we got one more. So she's out of stock. As long as we got you, hey, we got a letter for you.
Well, well. Celavis is not a name I ever wanted to hear again. But fine. If it will help you, my apprentice, I offer my knowledge. The stars alter the fate of the Carian royal family, and the fate of your mistress, Rani. But long ago, General Radahn challenged the swirling constellations, and in a crushing victory arrested their cycles. Now he is the force that repulses the stars. If General Radahn were to die, the stars would resume their movement, and so too would Rani's destiny. Our art draws upon the powers embedded in Glintstone. But what is the nature of such power? Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos. Golden amber contains the remnants of ancient life and houses its vitality, while Glintstone contains residual life, and thus the vitality of the stars. It should not be forgotten that Glintstone's sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein, a fact lost on most sorcerers these days.
She has an awful lot to say about that stuff. I wonder why.
Your appetite for learning is impressive. You make me proud to have grown little legs so readily. You must have a fabulous teacher.
I must. So, now that we know what's going on, we have to hit up our buddy once again down in the Shaffer Riverbank. I need a little revenge against those bulls for making me look terrible. Not happening, sir. Go ahead, fire. There, I only took one hit that time. Anyway, let's go talk to Puppy. Hello, Puppy.
I jest. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I should check on some things here. Leave this place to me. If either of us learns anything, we tell the other. Right? Ah. Well met. What news? So Rani's fate is kept in stasis by Starscourge Radahn. That reminds me of something I heard. There's a festival being held at the castle on the southern edge of the Caelid Wilds, east of Limgrave. It's a festival of combat. And I heard that you can fight Radahn himself. He who was once called the strongest of all the demigods. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I think it's worth investigating. I'll be on my way to this festival of Radahn then. You're coming too, right? I'll meet you at Redmane Castle in Caelid. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and fang.
Awesome. So that's taken care of. Now we need to go. Come on. No, zoom out. Back to falling on the lake. We're about to hit up the area just... Well, hold on a second. Yeah, I don't need that on. I was doing some farming. It was just making it easier to get from one point to another. I had to go farm some feet and some golden firefly type things. Anyway, folly on the lake. You want to point yourself to the south. And before we get too far, there's something in the swamp that we can get here. Oh, ow. There we go. Keep pointing yourself farther south. What we want to do is kind of clear the area of these little jerks. Come on, dude. Ow. Really? Fine, I got you, dude. Give me a break. Why am I having such trouble today? I'm making sure you don't get to give me any trouble, dude. And that guy is what we're looking for right there because he has an Ash of War that we can do. Guess what? Hiya! Perfect. That's as far as we need to go down here. And now we're heading this way. But before we head up this ramp over here, take a little detour off to the right. Pick up some roa fruit as long as we have the opportunity. Ooh, mushroom. Because there's a tree over here that has about 8 Trina's lily around them. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 Trina's lily. And nothing more that way. So we're just peachy with whatever we pick up there. I don't like you, Mr. Crab. Mushroom! Oh, and we have a friend over here. Nefeli!
Oh, it's you. Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown. And though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice. Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. But this time, and though there's justice, let the scar...
So something happened up here and she's not happy about it. Let's put a lantern on so that way we have a little bit of... Good, another respec deal. And a couple mushrooms. Can never go wrong with mushrooms. Let's go over here to the site of grace. Steve, that's a mushroom. I know, it's right here. Let's rest up. I have a feeling it's just an off day. Already getting beat up by stupid crabs. Ooh, good looking out. That's another item used for crafting if you are so willing to utilize Albinarch blood clots. And we have a new weapon. You can check it out if you so desire. Spinning slash. Sword fashioned from pure crystal, a deed impossible for a human. And wreathed in powerful magic, its attack scales with intelligence. The inscrutable Crystallians have but one clear purpose, to safeguard their crystals unto the end. One theory poists that they yearn for the return of their creator, who will carve for them new brethren. There we go. Yeah, we're fine with the talismans we have right now. Excuse me. Boy, I don't know why, but like allergies or something are hitting me pretty hard this afternoon. So if you hear me trying to clear throat or whatever the case, I apologize. I usually try to mute that beforehand, but... Alright, so we want to come up here. There is a perfumer right there. There we go. We even got bleed damage on him. Yes, we already know that there are messages around here, but even without the messages, if you're just coming up here and you see a big, goldy, glowing kind of pot just right in the middle of nowhere, something's weird about that. So guess what?
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. You're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, goodness me. I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The curse mongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them, I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemonger's hands.
Halig Tree Secret Medallion, right side. So this is going to help you get to one of the hardest areas in the base game later on.
And if you should meet the young Albinoric Latena, then please give it to her.
As a matter of fact, we have talked to her about it. Of course, she called me a foul tarnished.
A chosen land awaits us, Albinorics. The medallion is the key that leads to the city. It's only a quaint treasure for we who cannot make the journey. But for dear Latena, it is needed to fulfill her purpose.
Okay.
My legs will soon fade, and with them my life. Alas, this is the immovable fate of all Albinorics.
Sir, you disintegrated on all over my shoes. Let's go have a little chat with our buddy back here.
But this time, I'm a woman grown, and though the suffering cannot be undone, justice to the let the scars.
Oh, well, I guess she has nothing new to say. That was a backtrack that was not very well worth it, but still, you never know. Last part of the village is up here. You kind of want to rush across this as much as possible. Ow. Sir. There we go. Mushroom. And we should be ready for the boss fight. Down there, can't really see him because he mixes in so well with the background, but he's right there. He's a pain in the butt. Not only that, there are a couple of wolves down here that you should probably think about. No, of course not. Why would I be able to hit them now? That would be too easy. Hi, Nepheli. Engvall's come out to play as well. Can I see any wolves from here? Any whatsoever? Nope, they really don't want me to see wolves. Get him, Engvall. Let your boys run interference, and you got him. So we also got a new talisman out of the deal. Let's just run around the area and make sure that we are not missing anything. Why do I have a bad feeling? Because that is a very, very thin... I promise you, there is no item down there. All right, we are done here. Let's go back to the round table and get collected here. Well, this ain't right. Somebody at the round table hold wanted me dead. That was that weird thing that didn't want anything to do with me, it looks like. Alright, well, like I said, it was good. No!
So what can I do?
Sir, I was trying to... Let me just talk to you and make sure. Yeah, I don't need to talk to you anymore. I just want to rest and recoup. That's what the round table hold is for. And he's still asleep. Fia!
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
Give me a hug.
Now, come close. You are so very warm.
And another one of these blessings where she steals a little bit of your life.
I heard that you lent a hand to dear Roger. He seemed positively elated. He must be possessed of great mental fortitude. It anchors his will and sustains him, despite his grievous wounds. You truly are a champion. To dear Roger, and myself too.
Thank you for the steak.
My dear, might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them? A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart. So I would like for the original owner to have it back, if you wouldn't mind. I'd like you to find the owner of the dagger I gave you and return it to them. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place. Then good day to you.
Well, okay then. Let's look at the dagger. She wants me to take a dagger back to somebody I don't know right off the bat. Dagger received from Fia, Deathbed Companion. She wishes for it to be returned to its rightful owner. It was once a special weapon of gold and silver intertwined, but is now worn down and marred by a black gash. It's not hers. He wouldn't make something broken, or leave something broken even. Dielos isn't around. Monkey Boy wouldn't have it. Roger's asleep. Let's talk to him.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Now, the option comes up, but if you looked at him, checked out the armor deal on him, it's silver and gold, and it's intertwined.
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger? Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work bringing this to me.
Well, that's foreboding. I have a feeling he's going to go off and do something, so guess what? I'm going to reset this area. And he's gone. Sir? Oh, he dead. And a letter. What do you have for the letter? I forgot to tell you, but it seems D has a younger brother. I heard he lies in a deep sleep in the aqueduct beside the eternal city of Nokron, and it said he stood before the Prince of Death not far beyond that spot. Now he's bringing up D having a brother. Fia? Where'd you go? Fia? Ma'am? Oh, that's not good.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place. The stolen Hallowbrand of the exalted noble. And now, I must bid you goodbye as well, though I ask you deliver this message to the Round Table Hold. I am Via, deathbed companion, hark Round Table. Disturb not the death of Godwyn, the exalted. We who humbly live in death, live in waiting, to one day welcome our Lord. What right does anyone have to object? Our Lord will rise, the Lord of the many and the meek.
Ma'am, all I wanted were hugs. You're not looking too good, sir. Well, damn. Roger's dead. D is dead. Dielos is on some excavation of some sort, I guess. Maybe Offner knows something about it. Sir?
Well, I see you found another great room. Wonderful. You are a worthy fellow tarnished indeed. Make the journey to the capital, Leyndell, that lies to the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Erd Tree. The Two Fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring, for we are tarnished. Now and we must answer the call of grace.
I got a couple questions, sir. What about that lady or dude or skeleton that was standing at your door that tried to kill me?
Oh, my apologies for that nasty business. Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems. As his master, I'd like to express my regret. But now, Ensha is slain and gone. Finished. Forevermore. Ah, yes. By way of apology, allow me to tender some advice in regard to the half of the secret medallion you possess. Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure.
All right. There's also the matter of Celavis's potion.
Is that potion what I think it is? Bloody Celavis. I suppose he's up to something again. Oh, I won't interfere. You go ahead and do what you must. The Round Table has no code to spot. Or would you rather hand that potion to me and see if we can't get one over on the bastard?
Here is where I'm going to go, don't hand it over.
Well, I won't force you. If you want to do that dolly botherer's bidding, that's up to you. Not that I could fathom why you'd want to.
Option to give it to him is always there if you decide to go that route. However, there is a third route that, if you haven't played the game, might actually be more useful to you. Giving it to Nefeli Lu is, you don't really need to. Or you could give it to Sir Gideon there. It will lock you out of getting a certain charm if you're going for a magical build. And I have in my notes that there is the route for that. Which reminds me. There she is.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. Ah, you. Please. It's pathetic, I know, but...
Instead of running all the way back up there, let's just take the cheat way back up. Perfect. Mr. Gideon, sir.
Journey to the capital. The two think you maybe. Ah, you've already heard. Indeed. It seemed the whelp harbored suspicions, so I had no further use for her. Honestly, what a man to do. A determined plebeian is more wicked than an Orman horn, quite frankly. I suspect that's just what the Queen wants. A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
So the guy completely disowns her, well, stepdaughter at that point.
Ah, you. Please. It's pathetic, I know.
I heard from Gideon.
So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Rather, I would have done anything for him. to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him. And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord, he would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated ever again. Was he simply lying to me? No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance, and now I've lost it.
Here's where you need to be careful. You can either give her Celavis's potion, which would continue the Celavis side quest to be able to get the charm. I'm not doing that. Or you can give her the Stormhawk King. Kind of give her a reminder of what she was when she was back, a wee little girl.
Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it.
Just note that you will not be able to give her the potion from here on out.
I'm not like Broderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, it reminds me...
Alright, nothing more that we can glean out of her at this point. And it is now time to come back to the Slumbering Wolf Shack. We're going to talk to the lady that calls us a foul tarnished.
I told the all-hearing brute already that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? What? Do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute, I hope that you will forgive me.
You're good.
The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
Sure.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erdtree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold. Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
Now you get to...
Call me when needed, and I will fight at your side.
Now you get to use her as a summons. Poor wolf. Why is it always dog? Oh boy. All right, what do I have here on my checklist here? I have a checkpoint here. I say, okay. since I am going to be giving the potion to somebody else completely, I get to skip a section. Aha! One more section that we can do here, and it's going to be this cave I told you about way at the beginning. Well, this should be interesting. All right, we're about to embark on another little journey. Got a dungeon and quite a sizable boss that we're going to have to be very careful in taking care of. We know it's a long ride, but just enjoy the sweet, deep sounds of my voice while I go looking for mushrooms. And beg you to help my wife escape. Back on your horse, or donkey, thing, your noble steed. And all this is a straight shot going up to where you need to go anyway. So really no directions or special concentration are required. Mushroom. More mushroom. Some roa fruit, and we should have a golden seed coming up here if I'm not mistaken. Very good. And I got the entire forest trying to poison my dumbass. Oh, I'm going fast enough. Dang. Ding dang do. Okie dokie. I'm going to wait until morning. It's not like it's going to do much anything, but up on the mountaintops, when you start going up everything, you're going to be like, maybe a little bit more light seems like a good idea. I hear a scarab. I see mushrooms. Time to do my favorite thing. Hey! Yeah. Barbaric roar. Not like I'll ever use it, but at least I got it for collection purposes. There's a bunch of like smithing stones and stuff like that. The only real item that's worth getting at this point would be a new weapon. So let's guide you through that and see about getting that. That's the only thing of note that I have before the boss that I need to pick up. Alright, so kind of want to be careful in here. The first room isn't such a bad thing. However, we do have vulgar militiamen that will be doing everything in their power to make your life a living hell in the second section. This part up here. Can I one-shot you? Yes, I can. Very good. There's one. There's two. There's three. You also have to be careful because on the ground they can leave some poisoned caltrops for you to trip over and poison yourself super quick with. Okay, there's one back there. I know for a fact there's one back there. Oh, there he is. Say goodnight. Yep, okay, you see that little bundle of whatever that is on the ground? You walk over those, you're going to have a bad time. You'll get poisoned so quick, so kind of keep your eyes peeled as much as possible when navigating around the floors here. A couple of smithing stone 4s. Anything else? I know there's like a ledge or two that we can... I know there's an item up there, but is it worth it is the question. I'm going to pass on it. Once again, you kind of want to be careful in here. Let them blow up. You'll hear a scarab over here, but make sure that you be careful of that thing. It will blow up on you It will destroy you, and it will give you a very bad time. I can see you, sir. More poison caltrops on the ground. You can avoid those as best as possible. You get some lightning grease over here. Some materials for crystal darts if you so desire. And up here, because oh, never mind, there was something back there. You sneaky little booger. And a somber, very good. Guess what? Thundercats, Thundercats, Thundercats. Oh. Oh, there were a couple of you boogers back there. Okay. How about another Thundercats? Hey! Perfect. And then you little sneaky bugger. So you thought you was going to be sneaky. Surprise. Alright, should be good to go. Sorry about that, excuse me. Once again, here's the deal. You're going to want to kill this thing and run away. And good night. Roll, roll. Awesome. Ah, we were just down there. Take a quick little rest stop. I think we should be good to go with our flasks at 4 and 6. If we're not, we'll quickly find out and we'll just reevaluate. Not a big deal. So, coming up here, taking a quick look, you have a vulgar militiaman and you have a bat. Let's take care of the flying jerk first. I'm going to do a mighty shot. And it's still not enough to be able to take it out. Come on over, sir. Alright, there we go. I don't think there's anybody else behind him, but there might be something down below. No, nope. Say goodnight. Now you want to be careful going up, because I mean, even from here, you see that little twinkle up there? There are bats all along that corridor. Not fun by any stretch of the imagination to be a part of. So be very careful. Wait. Ah, that's right, because the sorcery scaling wasn't as good as our meteorite staff yet. Dang. I'm still going to give it a shot. Excuse me. So that's at 625. That's at 662. So yeah, we need a couple of levels more in the staff to be able to get it to reach a better potential. Not only that, we're going to be getting a different spell and different staff beyond that. Got us number 3 out of that, and we can go back down. Should be okay to drop. At this point, it might be good to pull out your bow. I don't think there's going to be any other bats in this area that we need to worry about. Don't forget to check these little cracks in the wall to be able to pick up some smithing stones on the way up. And up we go. This is where it's going to get not so fun. Thanks for joining me, Angvol. We got a little bit of a corridor to clear here. Go for it. Get him. You're also going to start hearing creepy singing. I always hate those things. Give me the heebie-jeebies. Really, jerks. Oh, really? Ma'am, I need you to stop singing. Oh, I made a terrible mistake. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe that was all part of the plan. It's never part of the plan. Anything over here that I'm going to miss? More singing. Ick. Anyway, before you go up, remember to check the walls over here. Smithing stone. Smithing stone. And we continue the climb. Before you go, might as well pick up a couple of extra runes for your character. Hiya! Okay, now we're getting into octopus territory. No. Oh, I see you, Mr. Bat. I thought there were no more bats, but I guess I was wrong. And we just keep going up. Now over there, you can make it over to the last site of grace and a boss. But if you come back this way, this is the item I was telling you about. Might as well stop over here while we got the opportunity. There we go. Kind of want to clear this out as much as possible beforehand, so bye-bye octopus, bye-bye octopus, bye-bye octopus, bye-bye. That's the only one that should be left. We can always be smart about this too. Create one of those. Get up here and give it a chuck. If you didn't have a sleep pot, easiest way I could think of to describe getting them into a stun state would be 3 jump attacks, and that should stun them enough to be able to open up the weak spot, give them a critical stab in that deal, and boom, you are good. Serpent God's Curved Sword. Not like it's really anything that special, but again, for collector's purposes. Curved sword fashioned in the image of an ancient serpent deity and tool of a forgotten religion practiced on Mount Gelmir. Formerly used to offer up sacrifices, this sword restores HP upon slaying an enemy. So, not a terrible weapon of choice, but it's not something that I'm interested in using. You, however, could make it part of your build. But I will leave that up to your discretion. Once again, I call upon my best friend, Engvall, the Engvaller. That's kind of overkill. What do you do with the fire arrow? Okay, you need a mighty shot to be able to take him out in one hit. Ooh, that did not make her happy. Can I get it? Yeah! Get her, Engvall. Oh, yeah. Good job, buddy. Plus, we got an extra rune arc. That's excellent. Lost the Ashes of War in case you decide that you are feeling the need to duplicate an Ash of War art for your weapon. Smoothing Stone 3. I don't think there were any more. Oh, yes, there were. Boom. Smoothing Stone 4. Already went over there. Okay. And a Golden Rune 6. Most excellent. Let's go up. There's no more we got to watch out for. There's nothing but a boss up here. You will have summon support. to get a rest in. I don't think I can level up, but yeah, I'm still 100 and still got about 34,000 runes that I would have to. Yep, I wouldn't even have close to enough. Here's what I'm going to do. Fire protection. Since I won't be fighting too much hand to hand, I'll put on the magic, and I know I could pop that on last second. Lady, I'm trying to do a... Well, I guess we got to put up with her singing for a little bit. Now, I know I could put that on last minute, but I'd rather just keep that on because I'm too dumb to hop into my menu as soon as the last hit hits and then pop that on. So I'll keep those going. Engvol is good. Nothing I can do with those. Getting a kind of a decent collection of spirit ashes, aren't we? Pretty nice. Anyway, we should have 2 summon signs up here. Blackguard is willing to help you. I guess there's something to say about that when you guys share an absolute love of prawn. Hi, Blackguard. And then this guy, Great Horned Tragoth. He gives you a greeting, and as you can see, he is absolutely just ready to wreck somebody. Look at the size of that hammer. I am going to make sure that I keep a distance, so probably Magic Glint Blade or Great Glintstone Shard. Yes, I know doing this will make it a little bit more difficult because every extra summon that you have increases the amount of hit points that the boss has, but sir, I would appreciate it if you left me alone. Thank you. Get him, Engvol. Oh, Engvol's already gone. Ooh. I'm gonna get that weak spot. Let's go. And we'll go back to long distance. You can come over here. There we go. See, now it might be a little slower. And see, we got the achievement to pop up. We get his weapon and his dragon heart. So obviously it's a lot slower the more help that you introduce for yourself into the fight. However, because they're wailing on him, it takes all the heat off of you, and you can kind of stand back and chuck out a couple of glint blades or shards or rock slings or something to that effect and keep you relatively safe. It's a good approach. Let's go ahead and check in at the site of grace here, and let's have a seat. That's not taking a seat. Magma Worm Makar is completed, and that leads us up to the next portion, which is probably one of my favorite areas in the game, the Altus Plateau. However, depending on how much time we have here on the stream, oh yeah, we're already an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes in. So I am going to call it here, and I'm going to mark my position so that way I don't forget where I am for next time. Sorry, give me a second. All right, perfect. Now, not going any farther. Next time we will hit up one of my favorite areas in the game. Also, this is where it starts spiking in difficulty a little bit. So this is about the time when I'm going to start really racking up those death counts and everything like that. So, just a forewarning, going forward, you're probably going to hear a whole lot more sailor mouth out of me. Because, yeah, this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. But there's also the fact that this opens up a heck of a lot more stuff for us to get into and make as part of our build and just kind of go from there. I want to thank you guys. If you watched live, I appreciate the support. If you're watching this at a later point, thank you for the support either way. If you are willing to donate, I have the comment pinned in the comment section as to where you can click and donate any funds for the wife to be able to perform at Carnegie Hall in January. If you can donate, awesome. If you cannot, do not feel bad. There's no obligation to. I just want you to have a good time, maybe get some eyes on it. And if you do want to help without having to take anything out of pocket, share the stream. That way, more eyes can get on it and be like, sweet, okay, we'll give her an opportunity to go to Carnegie Hall, and maybe they'll donate. Or they can forward it on to somebody else. Does not matter. No obligation, no matter what. I appreciate you showing up anyway. So, thank you very much. It was good streaming for you tonight. It was an hour and 40 minutes of absolute mediocrity. Woohoo! But it's all for a good purpose. So, thank you. Have a good night. I will see you again tomorrow, probably during the afternoon, since the wife is going to be going to work for the Minnesota Twins. Hopefully they have a good day for some baseball out there tomorrow, and yeah, we'll just take it a day at a time. Have a nice couple cool days coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. Maybe getting outside and getting the stink off a little bit. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night. And, well, actually, it's Friday, so have a good dang weekend.